Hello, my gorgeous Libras. Healing Grasshopper here to do your May 2025 reading. Um, we're going to start with Lenormand here. This is very Libran, I have to say. Libras. Um, you guys, you have number one, Crossroad, right? Which is usually about choice, but it's more than that for you. It's a choice with a dilemma. It's a choice with indecision because you guys have a hard time with uh making decisions because that's Libra. You're not flippant or casual about the decisions you make. You have to weigh things out first to make sure that you're coming to the right decision. So, um then you've got the fox, which is someone like a nefarious, like a selfish, up to no good type of person that's entering your life. And I love this fox in this Lenormand deck too, because he's really super shady. He's coming out of the shade, out of the bushes. Like, yeah, we don't like this fox. Then we've got the letter, which a lot of the time can mean just that, like a document or something. But in this context, it's just about information that you've received, right? And then the mountain is your conundrum here. It's what you are indecisive about, which is causing you a dilemma, right? So the clover, you have it all ending up well in the end, right? So I have a lot more to say about the mountain, but let's see what tarot gives us. We'll pick up our first three cards for Libra, please, Spirit. Yeah, Queen of Cups. That's sounds about right there. Queen of Cups is about protecting oneself, pretty much. Um, in this case, it's specifically about protecting your energy. Queen of Cups is about protecting her heart and her emotions and that kind of thing, which is included in this. Of course, this is just like protection. Queen of Cups is never going to let a fox into her midst. She sees a fox coming a mile away and she puts up the barriers, the boundaries, right? What else you got, Spirit? I don't think this is reversed, but we'll see in a moment. Four of Pentacles is about your indecisiveness. Or maybe, I don't know. Let's see. Is this reversed? Oh, excuse me, it is reversed. Okay, that makes sense. Either way, it points to the crossroad here. Four of Pentacles. This is about your indecisiveness. You're really having a hard time uh, making a decision here. And what's the decision? What to do about the fox? Are you letting the fox slide? Or are you putting up the boundaries or what? And why is this such a difficult decision for you to make? Because most people would be like, okay, so there's a fox, so get rid of the fox. But the thing is that this fox has ingratiated himself into your life. This is the kind of situation where you have a friend of the family or something like that, or a friend of your sibling, friend of your spouse or something. They're attached to your circle in other ways other than to you, right? So you can detach yourself from the thoughts, but they're tethered to something else in your life. So it's not so easy. And in order for you to do this, you're going to have to blow the whistle somewhat publicly to the people that in your circle that are also somewhat attached to this fox. And you don't want to do that. It's an uncomfortable thing to do. I totally get it, Libra. Um, we're going to get some advice about that. Whoa, whoa. The Fool? No. Eight of Pentacles? No. The Hierophant? Yes, I had a feeling. Six of Wands? No. Okay. So, yeah, Spirit was just trying to expel the Hierophant. Reversed? No. Okay. So the Hierophant is talking about exactly what I just said. There's kind of an obligation here that you have to this fox because I'm really trying to extract exactly what this is. It's not really coming to me. Maybe it will later in the reading, but it, it's it's something where it could even be like in your church, the pastor, the deacon, that kind of. Oh, okay. Oh boy. There's money involved here. This fox has some kind of power over you and your circle as well. This is interesting. Guys, I want to hear from you guys in the comments. How is this resonating with you? How does it apply to you? Because this is, gosh, the most interesting reading I've done in a while. Like this person has saved the day for you and your circle at some point. They paid for something. Ten of Wands in the center. Okay. One more. Let's finish this sentence. Ooh, Libra. And don't mind my sound effect because let's not forget this all ends very well. So, no worries. We're getting there. Yeah, man. Eight of Cups for sure. This one too? Eight of Cups first? No, this one first. Seven. Okay. Eight of Cups. Okay. So this is someone, like I said, with money, power. They've got some kind of position in your circle where they are respected and admired and kind of beholden to this person too, right? Because the Six of Pentacles tells us so. Very, very, very rarely. If you guys watch my videos and remember the Six of Pentacles coming out, I always say this very rarely means monetary generosity card. This is the generosity philanthropy card, right? Because that's what it depicts in here. There is a merchant giving alms to the poor, right? But most of the time, Spirit pulls out this card and is pointing towards generosity of everything but money, like forgiveness and your time and your graciousness, all that kind of thing. But in this context, this is a literal meaning. This fox has money and has been using the money to ingratiate themselves into your life. And this is the worst type of person, you know. The Okay, I just had to pause it and consult with spirit there. But, Elon Musk comes to mind, you know? Like it really costs you to be his friends. He uses his power and his influence, but once he's bought you, you're really beholden to this guy. That kind of thing. Um, and woe to the person who crosses him, right? Because he's going to use that power and influence to harm you, get back at you in some way. So this is all eh, what the mountain is communicating here. This is not a simple, seeing a red flag and acting accordingly. There are lots of other things attached, but it's all right. You're just going to need to let's get our last three cards. This is a very, very interesting reading, guys. What else we got? Okay, good. I'm glad to see the star there. The star, this is the clover emerging here in the reading, in the tarot reading. Well, got a jumper onto the floor. Okay, yes. Two of Pentacles. And then we need one more for the outcome, please. Well, wow. I'm really flying today. The Chariot. Okay. Oh my God, Spirit is hilarious. Okay, wait, let me let you in on this joke. Look, so in Pentacles is about you being like, yeah, this is nice, but I'm out. I don't trust you. You're gross. I'm going. Right? The Star is like, it's telling you you're right, pretty much. The Star is the potential card, but in this context, it's like, yes, you have everything to gain by walking away from these upright, like brimming cups that this fox is bringing. You know, Two of Pentacles is you managing it well, right? Because I just we were just talking about, how you were going to deal with the mountain because this is a terrible conundrum. Like, what do you do about this? But then here is your outcome card with the spirit saying, yeah, just bounce. You know, get the F out of there. Stop thinking about it and just go. Just cut the person off. Um, all right. You know what I want to say, what Grasshopper, look, and here's the thing, okay? I have been in this situation a few times in my life, okay? This same exact type of situation. And all I've done is stop communicating with this person and kind of remove myself, you know? Don't call them. Don't accept their calls. Text them and tell them you're busy. Like, ghost them, you know? And then you don't have to say anything to the rest of your circle, family, friend circle, whoever it is that's, um, attaches you to this fox. You can allow them just to discover it for themselves. But for you, you're done, right? Um, yeah, see, Two of Wands, a choice that you need to make. This is the crossroads, right? Because twos are choices, wands are action. Choose an action, right? So, Libra, I get it. Trust me, I get it. But let's put it this way. Let's think about this now. The fox knows that you're in this conundrum. The fox has created the conundrum for you. He knows or she knows all about the, this is the trap that they set for you. That's what I'm trying to say. They know that you're beholden to them. They know that the circle is beholden to them. And look at the hangman on the bottom of the deck, too. That is saying, right as I'm talking about, look at it this way. That's what the hanged man says. Look at it a certain way, right? And the cards are really on point today. Gosh. Um, the fox knows. And it's actually created the conundrum that you're feeling. It knows that it's created the obligation that you have to them to make it difficult for you to pry yourself away. And they are counting on your good-hearted, polite manner because Libras are lovely people. They're friendly. They like to be friends with everyone. They like peace. They don't like confrontation. The fox knows all about this about you, Libra. Trust me when I tell you. And Libra's like, how do they know that? Just look, they know. The, the cards, it's all over the cards here. They know. Okay? So this is, choose yourself over them, right? Because by continuing this and staying quiet, or not staying quiet, in not doing anything, you're letting the fox steer the show. You don't want the fox driving your chariot. You want to drive your chariot. Okay? And here I am getting animated. I always do this when there's an adversary that shows up in the deck because I'm an empath, so I automatically get defensive for you. I'm like, F that. You know? Like, don't let this fox get away with this. Let them take that ass somewhere else. Not in your life they're gonna do this. Oh no. No, 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 no. We're not having any of this. See, this is Page of Swords. This is you starting really to see what's happening here. This is Libra in decision mode. Oh my God. Then we have the Knight of Swords. This is Libra in action mode. Like really like, oh wait a minute, I see this. Really? Oh no, I'm not letting them get away with this. It's unfold. Look, it's Chariot. Wow, Libra. Wheel of Fortune. Look at the clover at the end. We don't need any more clarification cards. So, what is Spirit telling you here? I don't even think we need any advice cards, do we? No advice cards. Because it's very clear. It's not as difficult as you're making it seem. Stop struggling with this, Libra. I'm giving you confirmation that this person is indeed shady. You know this already because you've had some kind of communication from somewhere that they're shady. So now you are alerted. Now you've seen it in the right perspective. Now Spirit is saying, if you want to mention the beginning to the choice that you saw that you had to make, you putting things in perspective, you really getting a grasp on what you have to do, and you bouncing. You getting the F out of there. And what does that mean? Ghosting them, not entertaining them anymore. They want to go to dinner. I'm sorry, I'm busy. You know, just don't make yourself available to this person. That's all. And I'm so sorry, Libra. I know you hate confrontation, but the other thing is, this is a fox, okay? So they do things I just got a vision of a crab. Maybe this fox is a Cancer, but like sideways movements, you know? They're almost never direct. Which what I mean by saying that is they are, I don't think, maybe some of them might, but I don't really see this fox coming to you and being like, hey, why didn't you call me back? Why won't you come to dinner with me? Why, I think the fox is going to quietly get the picture and go work on someone else in your circle or something. You know what I mean? I think he's just going to slink away. I don't think that there's going to be any confrontation. But if there is, Spirit is definitely behind you on this. You might need to tell this person, listen, I'm not interested in a friendship with you. I'm very sorry. You don't have to give them an explanation. You want to give them a fake explanation? I don't know. I'm busy. I'm working on my career right now. I have interests elsewhere. Whatever. Thank you for whatever you did, but I really don't have the time or whatever. But don't let them work themselves back into your life. You're going to have to put your foot down for those people with an aggressive fox. For most of you, it's going to be a passive aggressive fox. Right, Libra? And all you have to do is just not indulge passive aggression. That's all. Because you just have to recognize the traps as they're set and you just avert them. That's all. Right? Wheel of Fortune is the clover. This is just put up the boundaries and everything will work out fine. Okay, Libra? I am really super looking forward to hearing from you guys in the comment section. This is really the most interesting reading of the year so far. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Every subscribe means a lot to me, so thank you in advance. I will speak to you soon, Libra. Love, light, and many blessings. Good luck.